Hey you guys, I'm Liv. Welcome to the channel. Apparently there's a video going around and it was sent to me. A Hispanic man made a message specifically for black people. His claim is that black people are envious of Hispanics because they have cars, trucks, etc. Essentially, he's saying that black people should be more like them. Here's a clip of his message.
Yo, what's good? This video right here, I'm making it for black people. That's right, black people. You know how y'all black people look at us and say, damn, why is Chico driving that badass truck? Why is Amigo having that badass car? You know how that is? We stick together. Us Hispanics, we work together. We help each other out. As a Hispanic, you know what I have seen with black people? You guys always trying to compete against each other. Who's got the better car? Who's got the better truck? Who's got the better bitch? Always comparing each other's shit. Always trying to fight each other. Always trying to put each other down. Y'all need to work together, like us Hispanics do. That's the difference between Hispanics and black people. That's why a Hispanic starts a business. Most of the time, he's successful because he's not doing it all by himself. He's got help. We work together. Y'all black people need to do that. Stick together, help each other out. Stop the fucking competing. That's not helping. Peace.
He wants to teach our black men how to be more like them. That right there is extremely insulting and offensive. Black Americans have welcomed many people with open arms. We've shared our resources, our communities, and our fight for justice. And for someone to turn around and speak like this is utterly disrespectful, unacceptable, and should no longer be tolerated, because they will be saying and spreading these lies to our children and grandchildren at school. It shows how bold some have become and how silent too many of us have stayed. Now, I'm not saying every Hispanic person thinks like this guy does. I don't think that at all. But the problem is not enough of his people are checking him on this utopia. And what's even more troubling is the silence from our black men. That tells me that some of you may be feeling defeated. But here's what I want to remind you. You do not need your fist to fight a lie. Your tongue is more powerful than your hands. This man was bold enough to say what he said because he believes it's true. They have completely got beside themselves. If you tell a lie enough times, people will start to believe it. It's called the big lie concept. Do you remember who attributed to that phrase? His name was Joseph Goebbels. Yeah, that guy. And they're trying to gaslight black women into believing this. Those psychological tactics do not work on me, okay? Let this be known, and I want you to go tell all your friends. Black women, Black American women, do not believe those lies. To be crystal clear, I do not believe, and I will never believe, that any man of any ethnicity is better than our Black American man. Not even if he's wealthy, not even if he got his papers, meaning his legal immigration documents. You can't put a man of any other ethnicity in a mansion and place a homeless black man under a bridge, and I still will never be convinced that he's better. Why? Baby, it's written. Let me tell you something. Black women have always stood up for our men. That's our legacy. Now, before Dred Scott went to the Supreme Court to fight for our birthright citizenships, it was a black woman, Harriet Scott, his wife, who first pushed for justice. During the Civil War, both free and enslaved black women fought, served, and supported the cause right alongside our men. Okay? So don't ever try to paint us as a people who abandon our own. That's a lie. Speaking on lies, let me clear up the confusion. When they broke into our country and illegal immigration increased, Many took jobs that black Americans, especially black men, fought hard for. Jobs where black Americans demanded fair pay. It was an earnest job black Americans was happy and grateful to have. They were working the same job as their fellow white Americans, but they were getting paid less. Okay, so, but instead of them coming and uniting with black Americans, they undercut our wages, accepted being paid under the table for less, and made it harder for our men to provide for their families, and essentially getting pushed out of work. They locked arms with the employers and called black men and black people lazy. Let's not ignore this truth. Poverty in black America is not the same as poverty in Mexico, El Salvador, or Guatemala. We are not accustomed to living in cardboard homes, dirt floors, or without basic plumbings or electricity. So when they come here and pile into small rundown homes with 50 plus people living inside, getting paid cash with taxes unaccounted for, have what white Americans call anchor babies, and use our government assistance, of course, it's easier to buy cars, trucks, and entice whores. They're living in luxury compared to where they came from, okay? Americans have to pay our taxes and follow the law. And don't pretend like Hispanics don't deal with racism, colorism, and division amongst themselves. They do, just like every other group. You have internal fights over skin tone, class, and heritage too. What you see as unity when they come here is fake. When they come across those borders together through those dangerous terrain, they have to stick together. They don't have a choice. They didn't come here with a system designed to make them fight each other for survival. But in their own countries, many fight, kill, and fall under the weight of drug cartels, exploitation, and violence, even toward their own women and children. Not because Mexico is a poor country, it's how their president chooses to treat their people. Take your concerns and issues up with your country's government. They pretend to be unified here because they don't want to be seen as like black Americans. They're chasing acceptance from whiteness, not justice. And if that wasn't enough to prove their confusion and delusion of black Americans being jealous of them, okay, the truth is their entire culture has been shaped by African influence. In the 1500s, during the Spanish invasion, Africans were brought to what now is Mexico, but then it was called New Spain. Some were enslaved and some were free who migrated there. And they were forced to build it from the ground up. They built Mexico from mining, farming, to building homes. Hispanic food, dance, even their language come from African culture. You name it. Africans laid the foundation of their entire society. That's not my opinion. That's history, baby. That's facts. Don't worry. I can provide you the links. You're welcome. So no, sir, you should keep your mouth shut about black Americans. You've been lied to. And it was my honor to correct that lie today. I will tell the truth and shame the devil. My Heavenly Father calls the evil one a liar and the father of all lies. Hear me clear. Black Americans understand that your people have struggled too, both here and in your own countries. We sympathize, we care, but we do not share the same generational trauma. There's a massive difference between fleeing your country and being captured, enslaved, stripped of your language, faith, and your identity, and still choosing to stay, fight, and win. That's what our black men did, and we black women were right beside them and with our children. Our story is different, our legacy is unique, and it is set apart for a divine purpose. We want fairness for everyone, okay? But we will not no longer accept the exploitation of our pain, the marking of our men, and the silence of our truth. Because when you take on that same rhetoric, language, stereotypes, and racist ideology and beliefs of our oppressors, you become the problem. Now, black men, your voice is powerful and we need you. Correct this narrative, stand on truth, and that's standing on business. Let me know your perspective in the comments. I want to connect with you. If you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing. And that's all, you guys. I'll see you in my next video.